Hey friends, welcome to Chai and Coaching. Rob here. This is a really fun video. Actually, I shot it about over a year ago, but we're showing it now because lots of people have been asking for this content. Ankush, he shares his story about studying finance, doing his master's in a non-STEM major. A lot of people have asked about finance and non-STEM. Ankush also talks about why he didn't work after graduation, but why he went back to India, didn't go for an OPT job, important things to understand, and stay tuned for the end of the video because Ankush compares his MBA experience in India with his master's experience in America and kind of some of the differences and pros and cons. So enjoy this video, a lot of fun content. Check it out. Hey everybody, welcome to another Chai and Coaching. Got my friend Ankush here.
Hey guys.
And yeah, welcome. And Ankush, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from and what you're up to these days.
Guys, I'm from Delhi. I came here in 2016. I'm doing my master's in finance, and the good news is I'm graduating next week.
Congratulations, what do you got there?
It's a proof that I'm actually graduating.
Is this for your gown?
It's not a gown, it's like a stall.
Okay.
That we wear over the gown.
Congratulations,
Oh,
friend.
thank you.
Lots of hard work.
Oh yeah, a lot of hard work for 2 years.
How did you feel after that last exam?
Like a weight is lifted.
Yeah?
Finally, I'm done with studies.
Awesome.
Now I can say that, like, finally.
That's great. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you.
So we've got some delicious chai we just made here, some Alachi cardamom in there, which is nice. And we wanted to talk about just kind of his field of study today, finance. A lot of people come doing STEM, engineering, IT, computer science. Not too many people come and do non-STEM. So what made you want to do a non-STEM major for master's in US? Talk about that.
Okay, I'm one of those kind of person who wanted to go back to India. I didn't want to stay here in US when I came here. Piece of advice: if you want to stay here, do the STEM program because it's hard, not easy. It's already hard to get a job, especially if you can only stay here for a year in a non-STEM program. Then it's even more harder. But nothing's impossible. You can still find a job if you're coming and you're planning to do something non-STEM.
What's your experience been like studying finance in America? The courses, just that discipline, what's been your evaluation of that so far now that it's done?
As I said earlier, everything is to the point. They don't want to teach you things that doesn't matter. They'll teach you what matters, and that's it. That's the bottom line. So I would say the courses would be small. There's not going to be a lot to. They won't teach you a lot of things, but they'll teach you the main things. So you can do it easily. But the challenge is to score good marks. Here you cannot score 60 and 70 and say, I did good. Here you have to score 90 or above in order to get an A. And GPA, it doesn't matter a lot, but if you have a 3.5 or above, I would say it's more than sufficient to find a job.
Now, Ankush, what made you just want to come, do 2 years of study, and go back to India? Why aren't you interested in staying here 1 or 3 years to work and make those dollars?
My plan was to stay here for a year or two and then go back to India. But being a non-STEM student, I found it really hard to find a job. It's not like I didn't try. Believe me, I tried a lot. I've harassed so many people on LinkedIn.
So, what does that mean?
Sending them messages again, talking to them, making relationships, and then asking them for internships. They will talk to you, you go for an interview and all. But at the end of the day, the thing that matters is it makes sense from the point of view from the company if you think it that way. Because even if they sponsor you, there's like 30-40% chance that you will get the visa. Because getting a visa is sort of a lottery system here. That's one of the things about the non-STEM. But yeah, as I said, I always wanted to go back to India. So once I did that, I was like, I had a choice. I could convert it into a STEM program or go back to India, and I didn't want to change my master's. Finance is a field that interests me, as simple as that. I'm more than happy to do a job in India or US.
Great. Yeah, I like that you pursued something that you're passionate about and enjoy versus doing something that's just going to get you the job or make money or follow in the crowd.
Yeah.
So I admire that about you. And what's crazy is even though you took the risk and came as a non-STEM student, now they're making it STEM, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, actually the thing is, a friend of mine, he was talking to the director. Actually, he wanted to stay in US. So what he did is he changed his program from finance to management science. So and took the finance track. This way he could stay in US for 3 years. He was talking to the director that what should he do for the next semester, what subjects he can take. And she was like, they are making the finance program STEM. So they're basically changing 2 courses and then the finance will become STEM. At first I was a little bit angry that this should not happen. I didn't want to study any of the 2 subjects. But then at the end of the day, I'm happy to go back to India. But my family is there, my sisters, my friends, everything is there for me. I would say family is more important than money. Personally, that's my opinion.
I agree with that, man. Yeah. You'll always have your family, but money doesn't always make you happy or not.
Yeah.
So that's good advice. So how long till you go back to India?
Next week I have a graduation. So after that I'm going to Houston and then I'm back to India. So I'll be back to India on 14th.
Exciting.
14th of May.
Just less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So what are you most excited? What have you missed the most from India?
To be honest, I just want to meet my friends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Be with your family, be with your sisters and everyone. That's the most important thing, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
That's exciting. Yeah, I'm sure they're just dying to see you. I know you've got some good job prospects, I'm sure.
Yeah, I have quite a few interviews lined up there. Thing is, people in India care about from where you did your masters, So yeah, I have quite a few good interviews lined up, quite a good few companies.
Ankush, before we wrap this up, at Chai Coaching really want to help international students be successful in America, and we really want to build bridges and foster community cross-culturally. Any final tips for people who are coming in the fall that help them, or even especially that are coming non-STEM?
If you're coming here for a non-STEM, then I would say you have to work hard. Don't lose heart, because I'm not gonna say it's impossible. It is possible. You just have to work hard, because in the US the most important thing is making relationships. You cannot find a job without making relationships. It's hard to find a job without any links. So I would say once you come here, try to get out of your comfort zone. Do not shy from things that you would normally shy away from, because you have to get out of your comfort zone to succeed here. So that's one tip that from me, and that's one thing that I found here, because it was really hard for me to get out of my comfort zone, interact with people. So that's my tip from me.
Maybe just a quick touch on the idea that you did an MBA, so you did a master's in India, and you've done a master's in America. Maybe tell us about some of those differences you experienced.
One of the major difference here is, like in MBA, in India, you've been living in India your entire life, that they give us so many stuff to read, and 80% of it is not even important. Whereas once I started studying here, the stuff is easy. The main thing is they only teach you the things that are important, that's really going to help you progress your career, that's practical in life. I'm not just saying for the sake of it, I really mean it, because once I started studying here, I was like, during the first exam, I was a little bit nervous that it might be hard or tough. I don't know what to expect. But once I gave the exam was very practical. It only involved the questions that really matters, that really test your actual skills. That's going to help you in the future. So that's the major difference.
Cool. Great stuff. Ankush, thanks for sharing your story, man. And
thank you.
Yeah, take his advice. If you do those things, those are some great ways to thrive and be successful in America. Thanks, Ankush.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us with Chai Coaching, guys. See you next time.